Hey there, welcome back to CMTEQ channel. So a while ago, I did a tutorial on power system harmonics analysis, basically using the IEEE 519 benchmark standard for harmonics analysis in power system. The tutorial was executed using the DIgSILENT 2015 version. However, I've received some comments, some user or viewers, if you want, saying that they could not get exactly the same parameters while following along the tutorial using a newer version of DIgSILENT like 2025 or 2024. So in this quick tutorial, what I'm going to actually demonstrate here is I'm going to import the model that was used in the 2015 version, and we're going to see whether the parameters are going to change. Obviously, if you follow along the tutorial, the link is in the description box, and you might find that some of the parameters are different. So while setting them up, you have to be very careful. If you don't actually replicate what was exactly done on that particular tutorial, you might not get the same values, or maybe there might be some parameters missing. You just need to find them in your new DIgSILENT version settings. So enough of that, but before we actually import that model, just a quick background on what actually is harmonics. Maybe this is your first time you watching this tutorial. I actually recommend that you watch that particular tutorial. Link is in the description box, because there is part 1 and part 2 where we did the introduction and then we executed basically via a simulation. Great. Now, having said that, let me just quickly remind you that power system harmonics are basically unwanted voltage and current component whose frequencies are simply integer multiple of this frequency here, which is known as the fundamental frequency. So that could be 50 hertz or a 60 hertz system, depending on which country your power system network is from. Right now, so they are mainly produced by non-linear loads, which I explained on that particular tutorial, part 1 mostly, and part 2, such as variable speed drives that we know, rectifiers, UPS systems, LED lightnings, and many modern power electronics converters. Basically, systems that have to do with anything switching that cause these peaks and distortions of the current that does not follow the fundamental currents anymore, so it causes harmonics. Great. Now that we've defined what power system harmonics are, we then need to know, well, are they bad? Are they dangerous? Obviously, they are bad, because excessive harmonics can cause transformers to basically overheat, because these harmonics, they're going to have to pass through your transformer. So they're going to increase losses, and there will be some nuisance tripping depending on the systems, right? Capacitors can fail, and then at the end, you're going to have a poor power quality, okay, on your electrical network. So that's in a nutshell what's defined power system harmonics and why we have to fight them. Now, because we need to fight these harmonics whenever they stick their head into our power system networks, many studies have been conducted to basically assess these power system harmonics, and such studies have resulted in the formations or creations of standards such as the IEEE 519, which we basically use to basically assess our power system harmonics tutorial. Okay, now these standard, for example, the 519 basically specifies a recommended harmonics limit for your power system network at every voltage level on your network, right, to ensure that there is acceptable power quality. So if you are really interested to know more about harmonics, like things that cause them, right, and how do they actually travel and propagate through your power system networks, and how the IEEE 519 limits are determined for power system harmonics, I really highly recommend that you watch part 1 and part 2 of the tutorial, link in the description box. So having said that, let me go ahead and import our model. Okay, so here I've got the Harmonics IEEE 519 model that basically was created using DIgSILENT 2015 versions. So I have imported it and I'm going to go ahead and activate. Great stuff. So we've got our project opened. To avoid repeating what's already been said on that particular tutorial, you need to basically construct your power system network, and you must be able to inject harmonics current on your load before you can run the harmonics calculations. Okay, so to do that, you come onto your general load and you come on power quality and harmonics. Now over here, if you do not see this section here, because this is where you're going to inject the harmonics, as you can see, we're injecting the 6 pulse bridge, which is basically globally defined. You can see these are the variable. This is how the harmonics are going to be injected at every section of our frequency. So you can select it over here by going into the harmonics library. Okay, but to do that, first you need to see this section. If you do not see this section, you have to come on basics and change or define a new general load type, because if you don't do that, your load will be by default as an impedance load, hence you won't be able to see this section. Great stuff. So I'm not going to change anything here because I just want to run this as it's been imported. Okay, so once I execute the load flow, you can see that all the parameters, they're basically checking out exactly as is on that particular tutorial. Okay, and I'm going to open here the distortion. You can see there is currently nothing, and I'm just going to go ahead and execute a balanced harmonics analysis, nominal frequency 50 Hertz, and we're going to conduct on all frequencies. Execute, and as you can see, the results are exactly as was obtained. So we've got THD here 4.6%, and one of the user was reporting that they could not get the HD parameter. Now if you're not getting HD parameter, all you have to do is to come over here, edit or format nodes, and you need to insert row, double click and find the parameter over here. You can search it here, and once you find it, and then you just click and then add it onto the result box, and that should be able to display there. Now once you've conducted your harmonics analysis, your plot's already been configured, and you're going to see your harmonics plot over here. And what you're seeing here is exactly what we got on the DIgSILENT 2015 version. So DIgSILENT is doing a great job to ensure that there is data integrity even on older version. Now this is 2024. It might be different on the 2025, but I'm very sure between 2024 and 2025 there isn't much that have changed there, so it should still display the same. So if you're not getting these result here, that means somewhere you didn't really follow along, especially doing the configuration. It might look different in the newer version compared to the 2015 version. So that is it, guys, for this tutorial. So again, if you found it useful, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to CMTEQ channel. Until next time, cheers.